Bonjour Pifo, comment ça va? Aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi 20 mars. And I want to talk to you about pronouns. What are pronouns? Well, we've seen pronouns when we've learned some of our verbs on the last page of our exercise book. For example, je is a pronoun for I, tu is a pronoun for you, il and elle are pronouns for he and she. I would like you, of course, to understand what a pronoun is used for. The word pronoun actually means instead of a noun. So instead of using different nouns, we can use pronouns to shorten our sentence. For example, instead of saying mon livre, my book, we would like to say it. It is in my bag. How do we do that in French since we don't have a pronoun for it? We actually use il and elle for it, depending whether your noun is masculine or feminine. So how do we know a word is masculine? Because we can put mon or un or le in front of it. That tells us that the word is masculine. So if it is, we use il to say it. To say it is in my bag, we need to know whether the it refers to a word which is masculine or feminine. In this case, mon livre being masculine, I can use il. Technically in English, you could say he is in my bag, except we don't say he in English for an object. In French, we can. Same thing for feminine. The word souris is feminine because we put une or la or ma in front of it. We know it's feminine. So to say she is small or it is small, same thing, we use elle et petite. Don't forget that your adjective will take an extra e if you use the feminine. So this is actually a lesson explaining to you that to say it in French, we use he or she depending if the word is masculine or feminine. Okay, so far so good. Are you following? Well done, P4. Now, what happens if a word starts with l'apostrophe? For example, l'élastique or l'école. This doesn't tell us whether the word is masculine or feminine. So you need to think or to check in your exercise book. Decide if the word is masculine or feminine. Now, I know that elastic is inelastic if I check in my vocabulary. Therefore, I'm going to use il. And so, the same thing for l'école. I'm wondering whether l'école is un école or une école. If I know it by heart, perfect. If not, I check in my vocabulary. And yes, it is une école. So what do you think you should use before, il or elle? Of course, you use elle. If I want to say it is in Nicosia, I would say she is in Nicosia, even though I'm talking about a school and not a person. So far, we've just done a singular. What happens if I want to say they in French? For example, the rubbers. They are in my pencil case. Which they do you think I should use? It's either going to be il with an S or elle with an S, depending whether my word is masculine or feminine. What about the word gomme before? Is it feminine or masculine? Do you say un gomme or une gomme? Yes, you're right. Super. We say une gomme. Therefore, because you see an S here and an S here, we just put L with an S. Doesn't that make sense? Brilliant. You are all very clever. And so, wrong page, sorry. We move on to the other they. For example, les chats. If I want to say they are cute, you will see them in my last video today. It's a little surprise for you. I filmed the cats somewhere around my house. So you have to ask yourself, is it un chat or une chat? Is the word chat masculine or feminine? Well, spelled like that, it's actually masculine. We say un chat. So we would use il to replace the word chat in the masculine singular. Now we're going to use il with an S at the end to say they are cute, ils sont mignons. And of course, you have to use your verb in the plural. What happens now for a mixed gender sentence? For example, if I want to say le chat, which is obviously masculine, et la souris, feminine, should I use il with an S or elle with an S? Well, in French, when you have a mixture of both gender, we stick to masculine. In grammar, masculine is stronger. Therefore, I would say ils sont sympas. Il, because we should use il for le chat, and elle for la souris, and il plus elle become il with an S. Okay, I am now going to pause on each screen of my lesson so that you can take a screenshot and copy it in your blue exercise book. So here we go. That's the first screenshot. All right, now you can take it. D'accord? Ça va? Otherwise you pause and you start again. Then the second screen. There you go. Take a screenshot now. And the third one about the plural. Ils sont sympas with an S at the end, which is hidden at the bottom. Take a screenshot now. And lastly, this is your written work. That's a little exercise to see if you have understood the lesson. Okay, exercice, you can take a screenshot now. I'm going through it with you, so you don't all tell me that you don't understand what to do. Replace the noun, which I have underlined in red, you can do the same, with a pronoun. What pronouns are we talking about? Il and elle. Il with an S and elle with an S. Since we don't hear the S, they are pronounced the same. If I say mon père est sympa, my dad is awesome, which pronoun would I use to say he is awesome? Okay, so you have to think. Mon père, the mon is telling you whether the word is masculine or feminine. You are going to rewrite the same sentence with il or elle. Okay, I'll help you for the first one then, go on. So, obviously, I'm sure you've already guessed that it's il est sympa because père is actually a person, so it's easy to guess whether it's masculine or feminine. I'm not helping you anymore, it's up to you to find the rest. Ma tortue est verte. My tortoise is green. Notice the extra E at the end of vert because tortue is, I'm not saying. And then decide which of those you are going to use to say she or it is green. L'école s'appelle Falcon. Now you have to think. L'école, the L apostrophe doesn't tell you whether it's feminine or masculine. So we want to say its name is Falcon. So which it will you use here? Tes copines sont super. Your friends are great. The word copine, let's think, is it feminine or masculine? Do I use il with an S or elle with an S to say they are great? And lastly, my parents are cute. Notice the S at the end of mignon. Mes parents sont mignons because mes has an S, parents has an S, so the adjective, solidarity in adjectives, is also plural, so you have to add an S. Now, which they are you going to use? Don't forget, you have one of each. Your parents are one female and one male, so remember the page before, which pronoun do we use when we have a mixture of masculine and feminine to say they are cute? Okay, P4, that's my lesson for today, Friday, vendredi. So I would like you to make sure that you are going to copy what I have asked you to copy. After that, there will be a written exercise in Schoolbase for you to fill in. For this one, you can just write only the pronoun. And lastly, I have a small short video, a funny video of les chats à la maison de Madame Ioannou. Super P4. Bon week-end. Au revoir.